Good afternoon. I've played with some settings on the camera, a couple different things on the helmet camera, and I've done some research on the batteries and I've found things out. So there is indeed a smart chip embedded in GoPro factory brand. Round two, good afternoon. Let's try this again. So, lessons learned. Don't say the name brand of this camera, which rhymes with Bofro or Brofro, something like that. Anyway, yeah, Bofro. Don't say the name brand of the camera while you're recording a video, because it's likely gonna take that back. When you're using voice activated things, don't say the brand name, because you have to say the brand name when you get ready to give it a command, like blah blah, start recording. So you can't say blah blah and then the command either. Just don't say the command. Just turn off voice recording and get freaking GoPro branded batteries. So anyway, I'd started out the video trying to say that I'd messed with some settings and I figured some things out. So my camera has been set on looping for many a moons, and when you have it set on looping, it records 5-minute segments of video. The only purpose I can think of for using that is for if you're using it like a dash cam and it's on all the time. When you filled up whatever your limit of time is that you set for that loop, whether it be anywhere from 5 minutes to max. Max means it'll fill up the memory card and then start at the beginning and start overwriting what was at the beginning. And then 120 minutes it'll record for 120 minutes and then go back and start deleting the beginning of that to record new. On my Mount Scott ride that I went on the other day, I had it set on looping and I had my camera on for so long that it was overwriting video from the beginning of the ride, and it totally just kind of trashed my my real nice video that I had recorded from Mount Scott. So I've turned looping off. Hopefully that will also make it not record in 5-minute segments, and it'll be a heck of a lot easier to set up for multicam operation in DaVinci Resolve, the editing software that I use. Second thing, I've done some research and I did find out that the OEM batteries for this camera do indeed have a smart chip embedded in them that gives the camera information about the battery, charge status and all that stuff, which is probably why the OEM batteries are crap for capacity, because there's always something working on them. But that also takes away functionality from the camera when you start using OEM or aftermarket batteries. My one-touch recording, just by hitting that button on the top, is gone. I can hit it once and let it sit there and think for a little bit and then hit it again, but for whatever reason when I do that, I don't have audio, which is where my audio issues were coming from. So I've turned that functionality off so I don't accidentally try to use it. I have to turn on the battery for the camera from this button on the left side of it, which even then I have to hit the button, wait a couple of seconds, hit it again, then it'll power on. It's annoying. But then I can use the voice commands to start recording. Okay, didn't kill it that time. I said the words. Don't ever say the words while you're explaining something, because you might make it stop. Big hole. But anyway, I can use the voice commands, and if they work, I know the microphone's working, because it's, you know, picking up the audio to do the voice command. Third, since I was trying to get rid of that looping, I couldn't figure out how to shut it off at first. So I totally wiped out my my moto vlogging profile on the camera and started over from scratch, which I figured out I didn't have to do. I could have just changed it without that. But that's fine, because that gave me the opportunity to go look up on Reddit and some other YouTube channels what some kind of optimum settings are for the whole moto vlogging thing, and I've adjusted my settings accordingly. Whether those are good for me or not, that camera says full, so this is going to be a one camera video. Dang it, I know it's not full. I just downloaded it and wiped it out. So we'll see how the settings optimize. I'm going into Boot Barn to look for a new hat. I've got an outdoor semi-crushable hat that I love to wear, but it's filthy, and I want a new one for, you know, Sunday go to meetin kind of stuff. And I hope they have the exact same one. I'll be back. So I don't know where I left off there, but now I'm about 10 miles on the other side of town. That Boot Barn didn't have what I was looking for. Not looking for. But there is another Boot Barn. I know they sell this hat on the website, but you never know how a crushable hat is going to come in the mail. I don't know exactly where this is at. I think it's on May. I know I've got my GPS turned on, but it's trying to take me to a turnpike, and I don't feel like paying tolls. So I think I had left off somewhere about the settings. Yeah, and one of the settings that I had come across was wind noise. And I had that option shut completely off on this GoPro. I said the word. Don't say the word. So I've turned that on. I've adjusted the ISO settings to a minimum of 100 and a maximum of 800. I don't know what good that's going to do. I'm not a photographer. I don't really know ISO settings. I could look it up. I keep looking at that camera like you're looking at me in the face, but the camera's still full. If I try to format that SD card while it's inside that camera, it freezes up. I can format it exFAT from my MacBook and it's fine, or I can stick the SD card in this camera, which now I can't do because that is a full-size SD card. What I had in there before was a full-size SD card adapter with a micro SD card in it. That's why I need to continue doing that. Anywho, where is that other SD card? It's in the Hero 3. So yeah, played with some settings. The video might look different, it might look better, it might look worse. The sound might look better, it might look worse. I also tried to relocate my microphone to minimize the wind noise that comes in from there. I just couldn't find a place inside the helmet that wasn't right up in my mouth. And not only would that add distortion, I'd be chewing on a fuzzy dead cat. We don't want to do that. We don't want to chew on any kind of dead cat. Quit looking at that camera. So yeah, mission to find a hat. I've got the exact same hat. I like it a lot. I like the brim size, I like the crown size. It's not a straight crushable hat. It does keep some form. It doesn't just hang there limp. That's what she said. I recently bought a Stetson Sturgis outdoor hat, and I sent it right back as soon as it came in. It looks like a great hat on Stetson's website, but it has absolutely no rigidity to it whatsoever. It is just a floppy little mess. Didn't like it at all. The one that I've got is a Cody something or other, Cody Jenks or something like that. I don't remember. is made in China, but they got it right. I'm sure Cody Jenks is some new fandangled red dirt country music singer or something like that. I don't know. I don't listen to that garbage. I listen to old country and classic rock and a little bit of modern rock. Or whoever Cody's hat is I'm wearing. 1/10 of a mile. There it is right there. Found it. The other boot barn that I just left was originally a Shepler's. Shepler's was a much nicer place. Let's turn right here. There's a parking spot right there. Right there. Alright, I'll be back. Well, I found the hat. I didn't find the hat. I found a hat. It's an equally great hat. Cody James was the brand, not Cody Jenks. I don't know who Cody James is either. Well, I'm going to swing into that place right there called Eddie's for some chips and queso and a beer. And then I'm just going to head home. The sun didn't come out till it was really too late to get out of town for any riding. So I've found my hat. I've been on the bike. Sun's probably going to be down by the time I get out of there. It's only 4:30. I imagine I'll be in there for about 45 minutes to an hour. Sun goes down quick this time of year. It's getting longer though. So I appreciate you riding along. I normally try not to talk this much at a stop because it's kind of boring just sitting here staring at the Chevy Silverado. Cash for president. Huh. Wonder who that was. Yeah, thanks for riding along. See you on the next one. All that good jazz. That guy slugged his damn way onto the interstate. I had to change lanes, and as soon as I start to go around him, after he's already been on the interstate for 1/8 of a mile, he starts speeding. Don't be that douchebag.